So as I considered this, I thought, how do I put this together so that it makes sense? I came up with this little chart, and I'd just like to go over it with you quickly. This hasn't been researched except from my years of practice. I've included within it Jan Morris's enduring and suffering, because I think that they're important components that we don't consider. Enduring, for instance, has 3 different types of enduring. Enduring to live. I'm going to get through this in order to live. Enduring to enjoy life. And third one is enduring to die. I am going to make sure that I put away what I need to put away before I allow my life to end. So let's go. Traumatic event produces some sort of pain. That event needn't be an accident. It could be an illness. It could be something psychological, I suppose. It produces a numbing, and we heard the beginnings of that when we looked at enduring as a definition. Enduring brings into it a part of a grief response, and we went through the common features of a grief response. That takes us to emotional suffering. And emotional suffering is where we begin the process of processing what has happened to us and where it's going to take us in our lives. We move from emotional suffering to, within the tail end of emotional suffering, if you will, determining the acceptance or the significance of the loss. You know, now that I have a bad knee, how is that affecting me, and what is it going to do to me? And can I accept it? Well, I can rail against it. I can go and see if I can get help for it. But if all help fails, then what? Then I sit down and I make plans to allow me to function with this loss, with this chronic pain. And finally, that moves us into hope. Those of us who live in the Edmonton area have a huge resource, and that's the Hope Foundation of Alberta. And if you haven't been there, I would suggest that you take a look at the resources that they might be able to provide for you. So, I want to just quickly go over 3 cases and then take you through a brief experiential process.